Hey everybody, Scott Burnette here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at Windows 11. I'm going to show you how to install it, and it's pretty easy, pretty quick. Not sure if I care for it yet, but we're going to it, so I got to learn how to use it. So I'm installing it on a Dell Optiplex 9020. I bought this 4 or 5 years ago, and it was my Hackintosh. But I've quit Hackintoshing, so I thought I'd use this for a test computer. And it has all the requirements, and I'm going to list the requirements you have for Windows 11 in the description. And not too bad. I'll show you how to do it on this 9020, and we'll get right to it. Okay, so what we're going to need, you need a USB drive and a high-speed internet connection. So you need to download. You're going to do the Windows 11 Media Creator. This is a 32 gig, but you can get by with a 16. I can't remember exactly how big it is, but let's look at it and see. I'll show you where to go to get it. Okay, there'll be links in the description on how to do this, but here is the website you're going to go to. This is how you download Windows 11. So I'm going to take this drive, I'm going to plug it into the USB 3. And you can do the installation assistant. It'll walk you through doing it on the machine while you're sitting there, or you can download installation media, or you can get an ISO file where you can burn it yourself. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and download the Create Windows 11 Installation Media. Let me go ahead and share my screen or record my screen. Let me go ahead and do that so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, hopefully I'm recording. Let's do this. So I've got my drive in. I'm going to hit Download Now. It's going to put it up here. It's going to say Media Creation Tool W11.exe. I'm going to open. And I'm going to say yes. And I'm doing this on Windows 11, so it's going to look a little different. So it's going to sit here and it's going to download all the files that you need. And it's actually going to burn them onto the USB drive or copy them on the USB drive. I'm going to accept it. Now it takes just a few minutes to do this. Now if you're going to do it on the same PC, you can say use the recommended option for this PC. Hit next. It needs to be at least an 8 gig flash drive, or you can burn it to a DVD, which not too many people do that anymore. I'm going to make sure I'm on the right drive. I'm on drive E. I'm hitting next, and it's going to start downloading it and putting it on the USB drive. And it's going to take a few minutes to do that, so I'll come back. Alright, so that worked out well. I've got all the files here. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to take the video output of this computer and try to record it to my other, so you can see the steps that I have to take in the BIOS. There's 2 or 3 things in the BIOS that I have to change. And then we'll go through the setup. So y'all hang loose. All right, so I'm going to start my recording on the other computer. Hopefully this is working. So now I've got my USB drive plugged in. Let's go over here and restart. And I'm going to hit F1, F2. I can't remember if it's F1 or F2, but we'll get there. Okay, preparing to enter setup. And here we are in the BIOS, and we'll look at the system information. 70 at 3.2 gigahertz, 4-core processor. Got a 250 gig SSD, HD graphics. Nothing fancy. I am on BIOS version 24 if anybody's wanting to know. I do have it set for UEFI boot. The system configuration. I cannot get my mouse, so I'm going to do it with the keyboard. The network port's enabled, serial port is disabled, SATA is AHCI. All the USBs are turned on, audio's turned on. Security. Now here's where we're going to go down to TPM. So I have TPM security and ACPI support checked, and that's it. That's all you got to have on that one. Secure boot has to be enabled. This thing will throw a fit if you don't have that. Nothing else on that. And I went through and I turned on virtualization support. You know, just if it needed, fine. But that's all you got to have set up on this machine. Now, any other machine, the TPM sections and the secure boot is going to be a little bit different, but this is just for the 9020. 7010 is probably the same way. They got about the same BIOS. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go over here to the exit button, hit exit. We're going to hit F12, and we're going to sit here and hit F12. And we're hitting F12. And it's preparing the one-time boot menu. And I'm going to tell it the UEFI SanDisk. That's the drive I have. I'm going to hit enter. And hopefully we will get to an installer screen. All right, there we go. I'm going to say install now. And I'll zip you through this so you don't have to do it. Okay, I don't have a product key because I'm going to use my Microsoft login and I have a digital license tied to it. Okay, I'm going to say I want a Windows 11 Pro. And I'm going to say yes, let's do it all there. I'm going to come down here to Custom Install, Windows Advanced. And I'm going to delete all these partitions. Because I'm going to show you how to do it from scratch. So. Now I do have a 3 terabyte drive in there just for data and everything. I'm not going to worry about it yet. I'm going to hit New. I'm going to hit Apply. And it's going to create the partitions that it needs. I'm going to hit Next. And now it's going to start installing. And with the 16 gigs of RAM and the really fast SSD, it's pretty quick. But I'll zip you through there. All right, that took about 2 minutes. Now it's going to restart. I'm just going to let it do it on its own. Just show you how it works. Now my capture card will lose it. It'll go to the BIOS screen. And now you see it's booting Windows. I did not speed that up. That's normal time right there. Okay, there's a couple of steps. It takes just a little bit of time, like getting updates and starting some things, but it shouldn't take too long. Okay, had to restart again. And there is the Windows 11 start screen. So we're going to pick the region. We're in the United States. We got a US keyboard. We don't need a second layout, so we're going to skip it. Just checking for updates. Okay, I'm going to name my device. We'll call it Win 11 Test 2. And it will it'll go away for just a second while it's renaming itself. It restarted. And it should come right back up to the setup screen. There it is. Okay, we're going to set it up for personal use. You can set it up for work, school, or personal. Do that. Okay, I'm going to add my Microsoft account and be right back. Okay, so I added my Microsoft account. Now I'm going to create a PIN. Since I don't have a hello camera or a fingerprint reader. Okay, now it's going to ask you if you want to restore from a previous machine or set up as new. I'm going to set this one up as new. I'm going to turn location off and find my device off because it ain't going anywhere. And inking and typing, I'm going to turn it off. Rest of it I'll be like it is. Okay, this one I'm going to do for creativity. You can do business, if you want it to be set up for like office and whatnot, or entertainment. I'm going to do creativity. That's videos and whatnot. You can back it up with OneDrive or not. I back mine up to my NAS, so I'm not going to worry about it. This machine I'm not going to worry about anyway. Don't want to try Microsoft 365. I'm already doing that at work. Now it's going to check for updates. Now this one might take a minute. But for like the 9020, pretty much all the drivers are there. Video, audio, network, chipset, the whole bit. Did not have any problems. It does take a few minutes for it to come up this first screen. It's putting everything in its right place. But once I did, everything came up. So far, on this machine, all my power management, everything works. So, but we'll come back when it gets to the desktop. All right, and we're at the desktop. So, and everything should be working. So we're going to check it out, and here we are at the desktop. Here's our start menu. Here's all of our applications. Even my webcam works right out of the box, which I'll open up the camera app, and there I am, all 1080 glory. So we'll go ahead and go down back to the start menu and open up settings. And we'll look at the settings on it. Go to the power. There it is. You can change your power settings, sleep and wake. Go to your Bluetooth devices. This machine does have a Bluetooth adapter in it. Go down to our accounts and to the Windows Update. And it shows I have a Windows Update I need to apply, so I'll do that later. Everything seems really fast. Go down to my system tray. Everything shows up there. Even the Dell audio application that installed from Windows Update, it shows up. Everything works. We'll go to the File Explorer. And it shows it's like it's supposed to. There's my SSD and my 3 terabyte drive. and this is November 21, 2021. Been a lot of hoopla on how bad this is. You know, some people say it's good, a lot of people say it's bad. Haven't seen anything myself. You know, I'm not a gamer, so. But as far as speed goes, it's a very fast operating system. I don't know if it's just lipstick on top of Windows 10 or not. I hadn't delved into the System 32 folder yet, but probably will. But so far it installs quick. It's pretty stable. I've got 2 or 3 virtual machines on my M1 MacBook Air, and they're stable. It's pretty good. So I hope it's secure. There's a lot of security issues going on that's just troubling, but I hope it works. So anyway, if you got any questions, leave them down there in the comments. I will do my best to answer them, and if I can, I'll point you in the right direction. So if y'all like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that little subscribe button, hit that bell to be notified. About 716 subscribers, and I can't thank you. Let's try to get me to 1,000. I'd like to see 1,000 this year if I could. And another thing, if you have installed Windows 11 on a machine, let me know how it's went. I'd like to know. Hope y'all are having a great day and a great week. And until the next video, thanks for watching.